Our last two videos explained about flexibility, why it's important, and suggestions on how to improve your flexibility. Today we thought we'd run you through a good flexibility exercise for runners. If you've watched our last two videos on flexibility, you'll know that joints can get stiff without you really realising. And if these joints are stiff, then you just don't have the mechanical advantage of the muscles around the joint. So things can become a little bit less efficient. For our example, we're going to be focusing on internal rotation at the hip. It's Claire, I'm a physiotherapist from PhysioFit Health. Now rotation you can get with the hip and the knee bent, and you can bring that foot out to the side and out to the other side. So this is your zero, and roughly speaking you want about 40-45 degrees one way and 40 to 45 degrees the other way. Before you get started in trying to improve your flexibility, you need a baseline. You need to figure out where you're at now and to figure out where you want to go. In order to establish this baseline, then you can be objective and you can measure your range of movement. This next clip explains how to measure your range of movement sat in a chair. I would suggest trying this in front of a mirror so that you can see what you're doing with the legs. So measuring your hip range of movement sat in a chair, going to take from the knee, draw a line down the shin, and then you're going to move your foot out to the side, and you just again draw the line halfway down the shin, and you have a look at that angle, which is nearly 30 degrees. As we've said, roughly your textbook is about 45 degrees. So there you've got a difference on that left leg, and now you've got your range of movement that you can work towards. So now you've got your range of movement of expected range compared to what your actual range is. And then you need to do the exercise to try and improve that flexibility. So you need a stretchy band like this, which has a little bit of give in it. Or if you go to the gym, then the cable machine is quite useful, as you can just change the weights on the machine to make it lighter or heavier depending on how much resistance you'd like. Tie the band around something that doesn't move, so you do need to tie it to something fairly firm. Tie it in a loop. Now you're going to put your foot through. So this is me working my right leg, and I'm wanting internal rotation. So with my foot under my knee, that's my zero, and then bring that foot out to the side, that takes me into internal rotation at the hip. So in sitting, you'll want to come away from the band, put it on a bit of tension, start with the foot underneath the knee, and then keep the knee as still as possible, and then you're going to let the band just pull your foot away from the side of your body, and then you're going to return it to the start. This is what you're going to do, 10 or 20 repetitions, using the band just to pull yourself in. Now, depending how you're feeling during the day, or the day that you're doing the exercises, you can move further away, which will get a stronger stretch. It will pull that foot out even more. Or you can have it fairly close and it just goes through a shorter range of movement. Give yourself a chunk of time to work on your flexibility. I would suggest 4 to 6 weeks. If you try and do this exercise every day, that's great. But if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. It's not the end of the world. You've given yourself at least 4 to 6 weeks of trying to improve your flexibility, so missing a day or two here and there won't make much of a difference.
Once you've given you your 4 to 6 weeks of working on the flexibility, you're going to sit in the chair and check your range of movement to see if you are improving. Once you've reached your expected range of movement, or the normal in inverted commas, that's when you can ease off this exercise. You know that you've got the best range that you can. You may find that you try this exercise, you have your actual range of movement and you've got your increased range that you're aiming for, and you just don't seem to be able to get it. It may just be that you're at your body's limit and you have to ignore that normal range of movement. Please share this video if you know any runners who would benefit from improving their hip flexibility. Please let us know if you have any questions.